Hi there, and welcome to Random Access. I'm Ned Dimmock, and I'm a real person. Can AI do this? No, it can't, and why would it? With that gauntlet thrown down between man and machine, here's this week's top stories in tech, IT, and cybercrime. A dark web crime syndicate has been busted in Bamberg, Bavaria. That's great news if you like the letter B. Police from all over the world, including the US, the UK, Japan, and the EU, were involved in busting the group known as 8base. 4 Europeans connected to the group were also arrested in Thailand. The group has been accused of shaking down over 1,000 people and small to medium-sized businesses out of about $16 million worth of Bitcoin over the last 3 years. A notable target of theirs was the US healthcare industry. Hashtag Luigi. Free Luigi, guys. Or don't. I don't want to get dragged into this. Free Luigi. Free eyebrows. He's a cool guy. First observed in 2022, the ransomware gang would break or hack into servers and then encrypt files using the Phobos ransomware encryptor, changing the extension name of the files to .8base or .8 because, you know, branding. Even scammers gotta do it. Then they'd ask for hundreds of thousands of dollars to decrypt the files with an added promise that they wouldn't leak them. Funnily enough, this leaking is exactly what alerted authorities to their presence. In June of 2023, the group basically leaked and/or published a buttload, is a technical term, files online when people refused to pay. That's pretty wild news out of Bavaria. The last big thing to happen out of there was the donuts with the cream in the middle. Oh, delicious. OpenAI's Sam Altman, who 100% looks like an open beta test of Ray Romano, is in the news again, and it's not because he's seen the error of his ways. Sam penned a blog post on his blog, and he appears to admit that the whole AI might displace the jobs of billions and billions of people thing isn't unfounded, and might even happen sooner than we and he thinks. Indeed, if you jump over to blog.samaltman.com, samaltman.com fever, catch it. Yeah! You can read such pant-wideningly long sentences as, the socioeconomic value of linearly increasing intelligence is super exponential in nature. In the blog post, Altman admits that the implementation of AI will probably create a lot of growing pains. And by growing pains, he means that AI will be used by authoritarian governments to control their population through mass surveillance and loss of autonomy. And that's a direct quote, by the way, from the blog post, from the guy who's in charge of it. Great job. We're doing it. Sam Altman eventually goes on to say that AI will create a more equal society through what he calls a compute budget, which sort of sounds like the Wikipedia page for universal basic income after 2 a.m. bong hit. But in Altman's words again, it does seem like the balance of power between capital and labor could easily get messed up, and this may require early intervention. Wow, that's depressing. It's worth a read. We'll put it in the comments. Because it's depressing, and I don't want to break up the video. For real though, doesn't Sam Altman kind of look like someone casting for young Ray Romano? I created something that's bringing down society. Everybody loves me. That's a Ray Romano impression. Ask your parent. Facebook, aka Meta, aka the dead mall of the internet, has an ongoing cyber attack problem, and it looks like it's coming from a legit Salesforce email. The most interesting thing about it is that cybercriminals aren't actually breaking Salesforce's terms of service by using Salesforce as a conduit for their phishing attack, which is designed, by the way, to steal Facebook login credentials. Be on the lookout for emails from Salesforce that say your Facebook account is under review, and the landing page for this scam also has the word face look if you look carefully enough. Now, we couldn't get a good enough quality screenshot of the landing page itself, so here's face look hair and beauty in the picturesque village of Uphall, Scotland, and that did show up on a Google image search. If you're going to Scotland, you need a haircut. Face look. Staging an elaborate phishing scam to gain Facebook credentials is sort of like an Ocean's 11 movie where their goal is to break into a Waffle House, but you do you, scammers. You do you. Don't do me. I've got like 45 bucks in my checking account. For real. Don't do me. Let's do this next one as a guided meditation. Imagine you're driving down the road. There's a red light up ahead. You pump the brakes, you pull up to the stoplight, and a massive fucking pop-up ad appears in your car across your infotainment screen. You know the one that gives you directions and lets you select radio stations? Yeah, that one. There's pop-up ads on that now. Great! Yay! Big cool news if you're into the whole Brave New World territory we're electric sliding towards, but an absolute capitalist hellscape for everybody else, particularly drivers and people in front of their cars. The brand responsible for this? Stellantis. That sounds like the name of a C-list mermaid, but is actually a conglomerate that controls Jeep, Fiat, Dodge, and other car brands I'm too lazy to list. These cars cost about $50,000, and drivers really are getting asked to spend extra money to not be bombarded with ads inside their own cars. That's insane. There's no more jokes on that. That's just stupid. So let's do some Discord news, shall we? In Discord news, you can now ignore people. You could theoretically do that before by sheer willpower, or closing your computer, or just being the bigger person. But now you can do it in the Discord app. And finally, mild-mannered CEO and top Google image result for foxy short-haired grandma Mr. Tim Cook was all over New Orleans at the Super Bowl this past weekend, pretending that he was a real person by ordering poor boy sandwiches and doing cool things on balconies with influencers. Like you do in New Orleans. It's like the footage is amazing. It's gold, if you like silver. Well guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, really. I have a fortune in Bitcoin somewhere in a landfill, and I'll totally share it with you if I reach 1,000 subscribers. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you again next week. And did you lose weight? You look great.